Awesome. So y'all are doing fantastic. That's great to hear. So we had a great day in the trading room. So happy birthday, by the way, Brian. But we had a great day in the trading room today. Even did some trailing and talked about that a little bit later in the day, which was pretty cool. And today we're going to be talking about the 90-day challenge. Okay? So who knows what the 90-day challenge is? Anybody? Who doesn't know what the 90-day challenge is? Survive? Yeah, be around in 3 months and be profitable. So I thought it would be fun, and this was an idea Shane had as well, was what if we did a 90-day challenge contest, okay? And not really a contest so much as a drawing. But between now and April 2nd, if you will post your screenshots in the mentor rooms each day of the 90-day challenge, and I'll be showing you what I mean by that. And then at the end of it, you can submit your 90-day challenge Excel spreadsheet, good, bad, ugly, whatever, okay? Just filled in for all the days over the next 90 days that you trade, okay? Which really is only about 60. Then we'll draw someone randomly to give away the awesome prize we're also giving away at the live event. So we're going to give another one away of a free Elite Platinum Lifetime Membership that includes all of our courses, past all the 2020 Mastery courses, 8 hours with me, doing one-on-ones, and of course the Elite Membership as well. Or 2 days training with me, all expenses paid. And you actually get to sit here with me in my trading suite and trade with me side by side. I pay for your airfare, your hotel, your food, everything. So those who go into the event have 2 chances to win now, and those who aren't going to the event still have a chance to win that package. What do y'all think about that? Would that be worth some extra effort? Winning a $10,000 membership or 2 days directly with me. Would that be something that you would like to have? Okay. So I'm going to teach you this spreadsheet and how this works, okay? And all you need to do is submit a screenshot each day in the room that you're doing it, okay? And then at the end, you'll submit a ticket with your Excel spreadsheet attached. And we'll just randomly draw somebody. So this is totally free here. You don't have to buy anything. You just have to participate in the 90-day challenge as an elite member. Anybody have a problem with that, or everybody think that's a good idea? I'm trying to make it fun. Deal? Good? Absolutely. Yes, I'm in. Okay. Sweet. So, and y'all can, thank Sean. This was an idea he had, like not what we were giving away, but just to do a contest. And we haven't really done a full training on this, so I thought this would make it a lot more interesting. Okay. So to get to the 90-day challenge, what you're going to do is go down to your account menu links, okay? And then go down to your Sniper Bootcamp training. Everybody with me so far? And I do want to do a reminder, there are 18 spots left for the all-in, or the Apex Live event. It's apexinvesting.com/Apex Live. There are 18 spots left, so make sure to book your spot. Okay, now scroll all the way to the bottom, because this is an area some people don't seem to know that exists. And you got your step 1 where you sign up to be an elite member. Okay, you got your step 2 where you apply for a small mentor group. So 1, you need to be in a mentor group. Okay? So is anybody not in a mentor group yet? That's a paying member in the elite program. Okay, so is this a good motivation to get you inside of a mentor group? To be able to get 2 days direct training, to be able to get, or a $10,000 elite membership, you get to choose which one you want. Okay, so I want everybody who's not in a mentor group that is already signed up, once you're a paying member, even on the $1 trial, you'll see this button. Watch this video first. It's only like 5 minutes. And then submit this form, okay? And it'll tell you you need to Skype. All right, you need to Skype HALE 541. And we will get you in a group. So again, that's HEL 541. And if you click on it, the Skype name's on there too. But again, HALE 541. And you're Skyping Lori to say, hey, I want to be in a mentor group. Okay, so first you got to fill this out. And then you Skype her, and you actually have to Skype her. You can't just add her. You have to Skype Lori. Okay, directly. If you don't Skype her, you're not getting added. Is this something that everybody thinks they can do like now? Like just fill out the form? So is there any reason not to go ahead and fill out this form live right now? I mean, it'll literally take you 30 seconds to a minute. Okay, so everyone fill that out. Okay, I'm actually going to wait for like 1 minute and let everybody fill that out. And you don't have to participate every single day in the room. I'm just saying, just post this in the room every day that you trade. If you do that, that is participation. If you will occasionally mark up put some charts in there, that counts. You don't have to be in there every day. So some people feel like they have to be in there every single day or they don't get to be in the room. It's like, try to post once a week, at least. You know, the more you post, I promise you, the better you will do. Okay? The Skype again is HAL 541. And it's actually even on the form. Right there. Okay, so I'm giving everybody a chance right now to go ahead and fill this form in because you need to be in the mentor groups to be eligible for this contest. Okay? And we're not saying you got to be constantly active. So, yeah, Javon, don't worry about, could you post in the room a couple times a week? Is that possible? I mean, if you're trading a couple times a week, you probably could post a couple times a week. Well, there you go. Okay? I mean, it's not like something you have to be talking in the room back and forth all the time. So again, that link is at the very bottom of the Sniper page, Sniper training page, under What's Next. Step 2. Okay? So again, I'm going to give you 1 more minute. Is there anybody else who, if you're watching this video and recording, like literally right now, you should be filling this out. Okay, is there anybody who needs more time? Or has everybody filled it out? Anybody need more time? Because I want to move forward, but I want to make sure everybody has actually taken the step versus, oh, I'll do that later. We're all about action, right? Not eventually. Okay, so I'm going to assume that everybody has had the chance to fill that form out. Okay. So, if not, just fill it out right now. Just keep filling it out. All right? Now, y'all have seen me go over this before. Some of y'all are new and you may not have seen me go over it before. Okay? And that's the 6-3 calculator. You should definitely watch the video on it, but I just want to do a summary for you on it. And then we're going to go into step 4, which is going to be the 90-day challenge. So on the 6-3 calculator, let me scroll down and zoom in a little bit so you can see a little better. If you were to net win 3 trades a day, okay, and we're just talking about the minimum 10 ticks. I'm not talking about the big trailing trades where we make, today we're made over $1,000 a couple times, which was fantastic, on a couple different accounts that I was trading. But net 3, just 30 ticks. And let's just say you had a $4,000 account. Okay, we even say you have a $3,000 account. Okay? And you're making 10 ticks a trade at $5 a contract. Okay? And if you can't see it, what I would recommend you do is Marcus, one of the people in the webinar said that they can't see the calculator. Submit a help desk ticket, and we will get that fixed for you. Okay? If you'll submit it right now, we'll have it done for you. There's probably a setting in the back end that needs to be added for you. Okay? And thank you for letting me know. Anytime y'all find a website error or anything, let us know, and we'll get right on it. Yeah, my account's a little bigger than 3K. But I put 30K, didn't I? But yeah, let's just say $3,000. Okay? That's a reasonable amount to start with. Now, I'm also going to go back and show you $400. So if you're starting with like a micro account. You go down here, if you're just getting a net 3 trades a day, meaning after your wins, your losses, whatever, which, I mean, I've called over 140 trades in the room in the last 2 months. We've had 5 losses. So I don't know what that is, but that's like a 3% loss rate. We've done fantastic. But you go in, and if you pull that off, you're actually pulling off a profit of $3,000 a month. And if you pull out half that profit, you're pulling out $1,500. And you stick with that for 90 days. Okay, this is a big piece. You stick with the same size for 90 days. Your goal here is to survive and be consistent, not get rich. Okay? The rich part comes later. But if you grow too fast, you blow up fast. Okay? Then all of a sudden that $3,000 a month becomes $6,000 a month in month 4. Doing the exact same number of trades, just going 3 trades, net trades, 10 ticks each. And then 9,000, then 15, then 21,000. And I don't even make the spreadsheet go larger than 7 because I'm trying to not let it be like, hey, here's a millionaire and you're going to get a yacht and a plane. And like 7 contracts. Everybody ought to be able to conceive of actually trading 7 contracts. If you're trading 7 contracts and you're grabbing 10 ticks 3 times a day, you're making a $21,000 profit. Okay? That would net out to your first year, if you just did that, $145,500, and that's with you going into the next year making 20 grand a month, which means your next year is looking more like $250,000. Okay? So obviously we can't guarantee anything, etc., but you get the idea. Is it? So I know this sounds, I've asked this, but is that conceivable? Net 3 trades that make 10 ticks each in a day and then stopping? Like, is that something that y'all actually see? I mean, if you've been in the room at all, you've seen us do it pretty much every single day. I mean, today we actually did 6 trades because I called 1 losing trade and I called 5 winning trades. So we netted out with 3 positive trades. Plus I went in and did a whole bunch of big trailing stuff later. So we go. Yeah, Peter's like, I'm already doing it. It's working. Yes, I'm doing it, most definitely. So this isn't some like pie in the sky goal. And I'm excited about teaching y'all trolling at the All-In event. And I mean, I even taught some trolling stuff today in the room, and I've taught trolling stuff, I want to say Tuesday in the room. But and I want you to be excited about trolling, but at the same time, I want you to like look at what just 10 ticks does without even needing to trail what it does for you. I mean, would that impact your life if you could just stick with this for 1 year and follow this plan, making 145 grand a year? Would that actually change your life? And then going into the next year, if you just kept the same size, making $250,000 a year. Would that change the life of some people that you maybe know that might be interested? So if you're seeing it work, okay, which I know a ton of you are seeing it work, then my suggestion is if you know anybody who is interested in another way to make income, is maybe interested in trading, share it with them. And it's free. We give up, the first month is free, the second month is $1. Now, we plug in, like I plug into the room every day, right? I plug into the trainings. Now, would you agree that you have to plug in as well? You have to go in and do the trainings. You have to ask questions. You have to be in the mentor rooms and trying to ask questions and get help. Do y'all think both sides, like you need me plugging in, but also y'all have to plug in? Do you think it takes both? What do you think happens to people who don't plug in, who don't actually do the training, don't ask questions, don't post charts? What do you think happens to them? They don't succeed, they fall away, they drop off, they're gone. Nothing, they fell, exactly. I got a message today from a guy saying, this isn't working for me, I'm canceling. And I'm like, I've literally never seen a ticket from you, you're not in a mentor group. you're not, obviously not even. I've never even seen him in the elite room. I've not seen him do anything because he's trying to. If he even went through the courses, he's trying to do it on an island. And would y'all agree? You've got to be plugged into the community. It's not just about the videos. You need the community with it. Would you agree? Like, that's an essential thing. Without it, your chances of success are very, very slim. So you got to engage. So if you want to make it past those 90 days, if you want this program to work for you, you have to be willing to work for it. And I don't care if you're, maybe you can't be in the room 9 to whatever. I actually have somebody I'm talking to right now that they're in the UK and they want a Euro group. Think about how many people, have a New Year's resolution to lose weight, but they have no idea what to eat, how to work out, or, nobody keeping them accountable. They're probably not going to lose any weight. Right? Well, if your resolution is to be a 6-figure trader and no longer having to ask your job for time off work, then you got to take action. But to that point with the mentor groups, I have somebody asking, they want to trade the Euro session. They live in the United Kingdom. Is there anybody else who's interested in the Euro session that's on the webinar? I'm just curious. Okay, so I just got 1, 2, 3. Wow. Okay. The Euro session is basically trading from 2 or 3 a.m. to about 7 or 8 a.m. Okay, John, can you screenshot all those yeses? Okay, because if you do want to be in the Euro session, you're actually going to consistently trade the Euro session. I want you, and Lori's going to love me for this, but I want you to let Lori know. Because I just asked her to make a Skype mentor group for the Euro session. So if you're trading between 2 a.m. and 8 a.m. Eastern time, okay, then that means that you're interested in the Euro session. And we can add all of y'all into it. Okay? Y'all like that? Would that be cool to have a bunch of traders that are trading at the same time? Because then we can talk about FDAX, we can talk about Pound, we can talk about FTSE, we can talk about different things that you can trade that maybe might be more equipped for that time frame. All right, so John is grabbing a screenshot of everybody, but again, if you will email Lori telling her you want to be in the Euro session group, which again, that's 2 a.m. to 8 a.m., then Skype her, and she can get you added on. And I'm sure she's really loving me for getting 100 Skypes just now. All right, so we're trying to do everything we can. And part of that is getting people in. Yeah, let her know thank you. Yeah, lots of thank yous to Lori. She does everything for free. She doesn't work for Apex or anything. She literally is completely volunteer, including speaking at the event. Lori's about to pull out an AR-15 and come after me, I think. Anyways, so, and something else we can work on. I want to get the Euro session going first, and then what we may even do is add an Asian session in, which is 6 p.m. to 2 a.m. So let's get one group first, and then maybe next week we'll try to form an Asian group session. Would y'all like that? Okay, let me before, so Lori doesn't kill me, let me get one group working first, okay? Before I get both. But because she organizes all of this, on her spare time. So, but basically an Asian session focus group and a Euro session focus group, and there's different things we can look at. And I'm actually talking to some traders in different markets, over in Australia, stuff like that. What do they like to trade? What are some of their favorite indexes? To find out sort of what's the best moving stuff out there. And so it'll be fun. But okay, so this week we're going to get a UK session launched. Next week, make sure you're on the webinar so you can let us know that you want to get in the Asian session group. Okay. So which is sort of your nighttime U.S. traders, like I said, like 6 p.m. to like 2 a.m. Eastern time. And that way we start sort of getting, day traders and night traders and UK, Asian session traders, Euro session traders grouped together. And Stephanie, maybe you'll help us out with answering some questions in those groups. I don't know if we can get you to even do more than you already amazingly do, by the way. If you're in Stephanie's group, isn't she absolutely amazing? So one of our mentor leaders. So a good question just came up. Can you make as much money? Here we go. You got, yes, she's awesome. She rocks. Yes, she is. So she's amazing. So I just want to let you know that, Stephanie. People love you. Can you make as much money? Yes. What are we talking about? Like, that's one of the reasons why I wanted to go over the 6-3 sheet in the conversation about the sessions. How many trades are we trying to do in a day? How many trades are we trying to pull off? Trying to pull off 3 net trades, which often is 3 trades. Now, we may get 3 trades in 15 minutes in the opening of the US session. You also may get it, honestly, in the opening of the Euro session. The Asian session, you may get it in 30 minutes. It may take a few hours. Okay? So, now, there's things that we can do to add in more trades, such as more markets and things like that. Okay? If the market is really slow. I mean, right now, there's been multiple trades. I'm looking at NASDAQ. I got my MNQ chart up over here. Let me see here. We're talking Asian session. Let's see. Let me look at this. And I mean, I'm just looking at 2 trades without even really... I mean, we could go way back, but... Let's see. 5 o'clock. Okay, we got a long trade right there. That won. And then... And I'm not even pulling in, like, star on bar befores and everything else. But, just talking, Xbox setups. Okay, there's an Xbox setup. That won. Right in the 0.25 dev, but it had room to get right to its take profit. So there's 2 trades. And then there's 3. So now that's since, 6 o'clock. So, that's in the last 3 hours, but you got all 3 trades and they won. Somebody else just put, I just had 2 good ones in CL. So, in oil. So, yeah, I mean, all you need are 3. Like, you don't need a whole lot of trades. Okay? So, whether it's Asian session, UK session, whatever. Now, some of you have a false sense of what the market's like because y'all joined in right around the holidays of Christmas time when things were slow. And that's not how markets usually act even at night. So, you're like, man, I don't even know if I can make money because I sat here for 3 hours. I didn't see a single Xbox. It's like, okay, that's because nobody was trading. So the markets weren't moving, okay? So some of y'all may not have seen many trades during that time, but just letting you know that, when the holidays are there, things go a little slower. So yeah, you can get Skype after the webinar. You just go to skype.com, download it, sign up. No problem. Okay, so we get that we can pull off 3 trades. We looked at 3 trades literally right there on the MNQ chart, which you can also take on NQ. That all worked. Okay? And if you know anything about setup 2s, they all worked. They're very simple. All right? So does this feel actually achievable to you? 3 trades a day and slowly compounding and then actually capping your compounding. Okay, so if it does, is it worth actually having a 90-day focus? Do you think if you actually focused for 90 days, it would help you actually get to the 12-month mark? Versus just trading each day and letting each day be its own and having absolutely no record whatsoever and not really tracking anything? I remember one of my bosses she was a crazy nut job, but she was good at what she did, but she was absolutely insane. Like, certifiable. But one thing that she said that really resonated with me was, you don't get what you expect unless you inspect with regularity. You don't get what you expect unless you inspect with regularity. So, would y'all say that you're really inspecting your day? Or are you trading and then you're done and then you're coming back tomorrow? I mean, just being honest. Are you really like inspecting, like introspecting yourself, what the market conditions were, how your trades worked out? Are you actually inspecting? Or are you just trading and done and next day? So I got not inspecting, nope. I inspect every day after, always. Somewhat, no, not at all. I have a journal on the trades, but not on my emotions. I spend 2 hours every day going over it. So 6 hours on weekends, that sounds more like replay. So I inspect for a living. Uh-oh. Get an insurance inspector or something, right? So good. So some of y'all are doing it, some of you aren't. So the whole idea here is to get you inspecting on a consistent daily basis, and it doesn't take a lot of time, okay? And actually logging your trades, logging what happened that day in the market, logging the news, stuff like that. So that's where we come to step 4, okay? Step 4, you can watch Shane's video, but I'm also about to teach you how to do this, okay? So what you're going to want to do is, again, this is step 4 under what's next at the bottom of the Sniper Bootcamp page, is download this Excel file. Okay, so you click on it and it downloads. And then you'll have an arrow or Control F or whatever, and you can hit, download to save it. Okay? If you don't have Excel, you have 2 choices. You can try getting openoffice.org, I think it is, which is like a free Excel. Or for like $100 a month, I think you could put 7 subscribers on Microsoft 360. Like $100 a year, I mean. So to me, that's worth it. I have it. But there's also LibreOffice, Libra Office. So LibreOffice, OpenOffice, or Microsoft Office. I don't think Google Sheets will work because of all the formulas. Okay? So, but OpenOffice is free. Maybe LibreOffice is free. I don't know. Is that right, Gabe? I'm not really... Yep. So Libra, Libra Office is also free. So if you don't have Excel, free LibreOffice or OpenOffice. Just Google them, download them, install them. Okay? Because you'll need that for an Excel sheet to run it. Or just if you have Microsoft Excel or Microsoft 360. All right? Now, once we do that, we're going to download it and then save it. And I want you to make a folder on your desktop. Just right-click, click New Folder. Okay, like right here, you just click New Folder. And then let's rename the folder. Right-click and go down to Rename. And let's just call it 90-Day Tracker. Okay? Oh, it doesn't like it because I have the file open. Okay. Rename yours 90-Day Tracker before you open the file. I'll rename mine later. Okay? And then download the Excel sheet. And then when you download it, you ought to be able to go over and click and open the folder. Let me see. I'll show you. I downloaded it so I can say okay, show in folder. And then I can drag it and drop it into my new folder. Okay? Everybody cool with me so far? Make a folder on your desktop, drag and drop it over there. All right. So now I'm going to open my folder up. And I got a blank one. And I'm going to copy that. And just click it, hit Control-C and Control-V. And now I'll have another copy. Okay? So that way you have the original version there. And on one of the copies, I want you to right-click and say rename, and where it says blank, replace that with like the word 90 days. And this will be, you know, it could be even, you know, Q1 for quarter 1, 90 days. And again, it doesn't like me renaming it because I have it open. But if you don't have it open yet, then it'll let you rename it. Okay, everybody on the same page? We got 2 copies. You got 1 blank, so you have your original because you could mess it up. And if you mess it up, no big deal. That's why you got a backup. Okay? Let's see here. Okay. Now, when you open it up, this is what you're going to see. Okay? So, if you have questions, first I want you to notice that there is a forum link right here in the top. And you can click on that, and it'll open up to the forum. And all you need to do is log in to be able to post questions. So if you have any questions, Shane monitors that. I monitor that. And you can post questions about it, okay? So let's just say you have $3,000 in your account, okay? Because that's usually the minimum I tell people, like if they're going to open a trade minis, okay? We'll go back and we'll do a micro example as well, okay? So in that little blue cell, really there's only 2 cells on this page that you'll ever touch, okay? 3,000, and then let's say our goal is 5%, okay? And then as a reminder, the spreadsheet is located. I don't know if I can remind you because I got to see if I still have it. Hold on. It's at the bottom of the sniper page, at the bootcamp page, under what's next at the very bottom, step 4. Here we go. Oh, by the way, we've already fixed the calculator for you, bud. So now you can access the calculator on 6.3. But here it is. Just go to the sniper page, the training page, you know, the boot camp that you're used to going to. And then just scroll way down to the bottom. Open up the what's next section. It's under step 4, and there it is. Okay? All right. So let's just say we're starting with 3,000 and 5%. Can everybody go ahead and just fill that in just so they can sort of follow along, okay? Now, before I get into other stuff, we're going to hop over here to this section called VLOOKUP. All right? Now, you have a choice on how you want to do this, okay? There's a couple things you can do on here. Let me walk you through them. And these are basically like little settings. I personally don't track and worry about my commissions. Okay? If commissions are my problem is not commissions. Okay? If you want to be really worried about your commissions, you can go over here, and if you're on free NT or leased NT or live NT, or if you've had an NT account longer than 2015, then let's say you were leasing NinjaTrader and you wanted all your commissions factored into everything. You can go over here and highlight this. And I just highlight it by clicking and then holding my mouse and dragging it down. Hit Control-C. And then I go over here. And I hit Control-V. Okay? Does that make sense? How you can copy the commissions and put them in, and then it will figure it in later. You'll see where it comes in later. But does that make sense on how you can put your commissions in, whether you own it or lease it? Okay. And again, myself, I don't worry about the commissions. So I leave it blank. Because to me, 3 and done is 3 and done. Not I don't want to go do a 4th trade because I need to cover, $15 in commissions. It's just not worth it to me. All right. Now, all of the trade setups that we have are all listed here. Okay. But let's say in a couple weeks, like next Thursday or Tuesday, when I teach you about the Xbox trapped order with mini magnet, you could actually type in Sniper Xbox trapped mini magnet. And you can even put, and some of y'all have already learned this, you can put sniper, Xbox, paw on level. So you can actually add in names of trades. So you could track which ones are just regular ones and which ones had mini magnets and paws. Okay? So you have room to add ones in there in that blue column. Here are a list of basically tick values. So if you're trading something like mini or micro pound dollar, which is like 0.625 cents a tick, you can type in 0.625. Okay? That is all you need to know about that page. And really, you don't even have to mess with it. But, like I said, I like to leave the commissions blank because I don't let that figure in. Otherwise, it's going to make you take 4 trades to get your goal. Okay? Everybody good so far? Anybody lost so far? I know this is a little bit more like, wow. But all we did was add some names of a couple trades. We added in a tick value that wasn't there. And then we copy and we pasted our stuff over. Okay? Once you do that, you never have to look at that page again. So if that makes you feel better. Okay? Now, we're going to go over here to the days of trading. Okay? And this is where the 90-day challenge comes into play. Okay? And this is what really matters. And if you're lost on something, you got to say what you're lost on, or I can't help you. But I will help you if you tell me. So, what is today? Today is the 2nd. So I'm going to put 1/2/20. Okay? And notice when I type in 1/2/20, it's going to put in the date of today. Does everybody see that? Now, if I click on it, I can click in the little corner right here, and I can drag it across, and it'll update all the days for me. But I don't trade on the weekend, right? So I go 6, and then like what? 7, 8. So now I'm going to type in 1/8/20. So you only got to do this like once a month. It only takes like 2 minutes. So we're going to drag that over. And then we got the 12th, so now we got 13th, 14th, 15th. So 1/15/20. What this is going to do is going to populate all your stuff down below for you. Okay? And then sort of rolls over the line there. So 1/18/20. Because we got 15, 16, 17, 18. Again, just drag. And I'm going through all these so I can actually just show you so you can get used to it. Okay, that's 19th. So 20th, 21st. We don't trade on the weekend there. So 22nd. By the way, if you trade on Sunday, I would count it as Monday. Okay? So 1/22/20. I'm going to take that. I'm going to drag it over. And notice it's done in segments of 5 there. 26, so 27, 28, 29. So 1/29/20. It doesn't matter what day of the week it is. It matters what the date is. So that's the first trading day of this month, official trading day. Okay? So today, the first full trading day, because we had a holiday yesterday for part of the day. Is that what you mean? Okay. Let's see here. Yep, we got 1, we got 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, got 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, we got 15, 16, 17, 18, 19. So does that make sense to everybody? So it really doesn't matter what. Oh, I see what you're saying, Shane. You know what? Shane just corrected me, and he's totally right. And he, of course, is the inventor of this. Because it's on a Thursday, technically. We need to make this like. Well, let's just say we're doing it for the 90 day. I see what he did. Yep. Okay, so what he's saying is by doing that, we basically we jumped over weekends. So I need to do like 12:30 Now you tell me. Does that make sense? Because it needs to start on a Monday, so that way the gaps are always Saturdays and Sundays. Okay. So, hey, we all learn together. And then we're going to do 1, 4, 5, so 1/6/20. Whoops, I typed in the wrong. Control Z, by the way, or backspace is a good way to undo an error. So 4, 5, 6. So 1/6. Actually, I think I can just do 1/6. Let's see if that'll do it and format it. Yeah, actually, you don't even have to type in the 20. It knows. And we can always improve on this. If y'all have ideas, definitely use the forum, okay? Making this 12/30/19. There we go. Now it's behaving. All right. Now 10, 11, 12, 13. So 1/13/20. Remember, this is your trading journal. This is something that you're going to actually highly value. It will make a big difference on that inspection part. And again, this is like, you do this once a month. So don't feel like you're having to go in and do this every single day. It's just like setting up Ninja, right? It can be a little bit of a pain, but in the end, it's really worth it. All right, so we're gonna drag this over. There we go. Or if you just really want to be a go-getter, then you could do all 3 months and have it done with for the next 90 days and not have to touch it again. So who are my go-getters that are just gonna knock it out like that? So I know some of y'all are gonna do that. Some of you are like, yep, I'm done. Let's see. Typing 12:30 in a date field in Excel is the same thing as type. Right, so I typed 12:30/19. And it really doesn't matter because at the end of the day, it's just marking it. But yeah. '24, '25, '26. There we go. And this last one is more. There we go. Okay. Got you detailed people helping me out here. Okay, so is everybody good now? Yep, MR is for market replay. It's good that I made mistakes, because now y'all get to learn from my mistakes. Right? If I wouldn't have done that, then y'all just been typing in 1, 2, and all that. So, rather me make them and y'all learn from them. Alright, so now if you scroll down, it has all the dates put in for you, okay? So let's say today is the first day you traded this month. Let's say you haven't traded until today. All right? You go over here and you can choose your market. So such as NQ. When you do that, it'll fill it in for you. And let's say you had a winning trade. And that trade made $50. Okay? Is that simple enough for everybody? All right, and notice how it's saying, hey, basically you're at 100% ratio. You've made $50. Week one, look up over here. We see $50. Your total P&L is $50. Now your net would be if you included all the fees. So you can include the fees, or you can just skip that part if it was really confusing. Okay? So I've done that. All right. Now I want to show you what happens. So our goal is, in this case, $150 a day. Okay, so 3 net winning trades. So NQ, I'm going to do another NQ. One. Made $50 on that one, $50 on that one. And now notice what it's going to do is it's going to say you've hit your goal. That means stop trading. Okay? Now let's say on this one, like today, where I had a losing trade, let's say it lost $100. Okay? But then I went in and I did 2 more winning trades. Or 3 more winning trades. Let's see here. And on that third one, made $50. Goal hit, up net 3. Stop trading. Yeah, you can type in the market code. You can just type in NQ if you don't want to use the drop down. And then it gets all this stuff over here from VLOOKUP if you want to get real complex. But this has all the markets in it. It even has the Nadex contracts in it. Okay? Now, what would happen if you had a net 6 loss? Okay? Which is hard to pull off, but let's just say, you're special when you pulled it off. So we lost $100. Lost 100. It was just painful to even type. Lost $100. Stop trading. Okay? So it will tell you when to stop. I just got to change it back. I just can't leave it that way. It doesn't seem right. So no, the Nadex contracts are actually in it already. So you can go in here and you could even, and we're gonna go over a lot of little things inside here. But if you scroll down here, it actually has US Tech 100 and Wall Street 30 and all that stuff. So that's already built in. So you can literally put in your Nadex contracts, your futures contracts, your FX markets are all in there. Okay? So you could also, if you're just doing NQ, okay, let me show you this. Sort of what we did above. If you don't want to type it in and you don't want to select it and you just want to be really lazy, then you got to get your cursor just right, but then you can drag it down like that. If say all you're doing is NASDAQ. Okay? Gold's in there too. If it's listed on Ninja Brokerage, it's in the list. See all the contracts right here? Mike, you can look at all of them. They're all right there. Yeah, we need to update that formula. You're right, Richard. Efficient, not lazy, Chris says. So Shane, can you Skype me that I need to talk to you about a formula? So we'll update the net losses on it to get that taken care of. Don't worry about it. But you get the idea. And hopefully that doesn't really come up. Right? So hopefully y'all aren't having to face the net loss stop trading problem. And I will come back to MNQ here in just a second, okay? So, now you can also go over here and you can change, the contract. Like, if you're, now, should you be doing 2 contracts in your first 90 days? No, you should be leaving that at 1, okay? Now, if you were doing 2 contracts, let's say you're past your first 90 days, then enter the total profit. Okay, this is more about fees right here than it is about the actual P&L because you're manually typing the P&L, okay? So if you did 2 contracts and you made $100, then you type in 100. Okay? Everybody following along so far? All right, so now something else you can do is some of y'all should have a program called Jing, or my preferred one is Snagit. But it cost a little bit of money. It's like $70 or something. Y'all have that program, right? Like, y'all at least have Jing? Yeah, and I'll go into the more contracts part. I'll go into M&Q in a second. So just right now, just follow along and small jump. Okay? So don't worry. This still all applies to you. All right, let me see. Where is my pop-up? There it is. Okay, so let's say I had a chart over here at one point. Where'd it go? Okay, let's just say I'm taking a screenshot of the Dow, and I'm like, I took this Xbox, or this triple dipper short, okay? And so I capture this, I go over here, and oh, by the way, a thing that's really helpful, let me do this real quick, is when you're sharing your screenshots, go to data series, scroll down and say show text and markers, because it lets the mentor see where you placed your trades versus just you drawing an arrow there. Okay, it'll actually have like the trades on there. So if I go over here and let's capture the Dow, and we'll pretend I have my markers on because we'll pretend I took that trade. And then I can actually go in and there's different, things on Gene. You can watch the video on that one. But basically you can put, I took this and this happened. Was it right or wrong? Etc. You can draw arrows, stars, whatever. Okay? And then you can share it up to your screencast account, which we show you how to do in the video. That's right above the Elite Room. There's a link to Gene. Okay? And so that got shared up for me. And so now, if I go over here and I grab, if I can get this window to move. There we go. Let's see, did it share for me? Thought it did. Screencast had a connection issue. Okay. Try again. Okay, if that worked. There we go. I click on this. This is a different screenshot, but whatever. It's from what I was talking about today. Oh, here's another tip for you while we're on this topic. When you post a screenshot in the forum, in the room, in a Skype group, wherever, double click on it so you get the long link. That's what makes the image actually show up, where you get this long, where it says like .png at the end. Okay, so we got our screenshot, we got our markup. And now we got to get our Excel page back, which is now hiding. We got 2 of them. All right. And so what you could do is right here, one, you can say what type of entry was it. So I can say, you got to scroll up a little bit. I could say it was a sniper Xbox. Or if you added in like sniper Xbox trapped with mini magnet, you could click that. And then I go to screenshots and I right click and I click on link. Okay? And then I put in the link. And then I can title it whatever I want to. You know, trade 1, Xbox, whatever. Okay? And then click OK. Now that's a screenshot of my trade. So I can take those screenshots as I'm going throughout the day, and I can come back and post them in here. I can post them in the elite room. And then if my mentor sends me a screenshot back that's all marked up, I can go to the same place and I can right click, link, and put in the link and title it. Okay? So now you're actually getting a true trading journal. You're marking all your trades, what you traded, how much you made or lost, the type of trades that are working for you. You're also cataloging the screenshots of your trades, and you're able to record your mentor's responses to those trades. Do y'all see this actually starting to help you on a daily basis if you're doing this? I mean, it's a little extra work, but I mean, it feels like a lot of work because we went through all the other stuff. But I mean, if you just hop on and you're doing 3 trades, it's like boom, boom, boom. Like, it doesn't take a lot of time, okay? Now, 2 really important sections. Okay, market notes. What do you think would be an example of market notes that you could put in here that's posted in the elite room every day? Craig posted every day in the elite room. The volatility news report, yes. So the volatility report and the news report. So you could put what news was happening that day. Like, you know, right now, let's say if you're trading oil, do you think it might be important to know that we just launched a bunch of strikes in the Middle East? Would that be something that might be worth noting? Yeah. You know, Trump decided to tweet out China deals are off. Okay? You know, because that could obviously impact your day. All right? You know, first day after a holiday, day before a holiday, Craig's notes. So just, you know, anything that could impact that day, good or bad, just noting what happened. So you can actually start going back and going, hey, when was the last time was the Fed funds rate? When was the last time this happened? When was the last time this happened? And what did my day look like? When was the last time there was an NFP? What happened to my day? And you can actually go back and look at your stuff. When was the last time volatility was low or medium or high? And what do I see that I'm accomplishing on those days or not accomplishing on those days? Do you think that might actually come, like, over time, as you're inspecting with regularity, do you think that might help you get your expectations and profit? Versus just trading, forgetting about it, and starting the new day? Because most of us, being honest, that's what we do, right? We trade, we're up, we're down. If we're down, we're pissed off, we try to forget about it. We're up, we feel like we're awesome. We have a smile on our face all day long, and then we come back the next day. We made money, but we didn't necessarily learn. Are we better tomorrow? You know, one of my favorite sayings is, what are you doing today to make your tomorrow better than your yesterday? Right? This is what you're doing. This trade journal is what you're doing to make yourself better. Even if you're being consistently profitable, because you're going to learn. Now, do you think there's going to be really slow times? And do you think maybe noting that this is Christmas week would be an important thing to put in there? So that way next year, you can go back and look at what happened during the day before Christmas, the day after Christmas, the day before New Year's, the day after New Year's. Do you think that might actually be helpful in a year? What about when we have earnings announcements? Would that be helpful to know, like, what was like when we started the new earnings cycle, which we're about to do? Wouldn't you love to have how the markets reacted to earnings last year as Apple comes out and as this comes out and that comes out? Wouldn't that be really good knowledge? What's the same, what's different? Okay. So that's all market notes. Okay. And then, if you're in Excel, you can always hit Control F and you can find things. You can put in notes like Fed funds, or you could use keywords, or hashtags, hashtag Fed fund, whatever, if you want to make that note easy to find. Now, trading notes. I think this is probably one of the most important pieces right here. Did I trade well? Did I follow the rules? Did I take trades into obstructions? Did I submit my chart today when I didn't do well to get feedback? Did I read the feedback? Did I follow my plan? Did I stop when I was up 3? Do you think noting that and being just honest with yourself and making yourself write that down could not only reinforce good habits, but also help you self-correct a lot faster bad habits? Instead of thinking it's the system, you have to be honest with yourself and go, did I do what I should have done? What was my emotional state of mind? Yeah, exactly, Benjamin. Maybe you just broke up with your girlfriend, or, your dog passed away, or maybe you got dollar beer stern from, billions out there trying to kill the chickens. So, reference to the show Billions. But, was something going on that day that impacted you? Do you think that might be helpful to go, maybe it's not the system, maybe it's not the market, maybe it's the me? Somebody's like, dang, Daryl just killed the dog. Yeah, you can also, by the way, make your notes in like a Word doc or whatever and copy and paste them into here. So you could like type your stuff up in Word and then copy and paste it inside the trading notes. So yeah, Stephanie's like, everybody has a bad day occasionally. Write it down. It helps you see how to trade. I mean, one thing that Lori's great at is if she knows some days, like, I should not be trading today, I'm overly stressed. And she won't trade that day. But what if she does trade that day, and then she's like, man, I shouldn't have been trading that day. Or did you allow Ninja Trader to piss you off that day? And so that messed up your trading, and you went in and you tried to force trades. Did you take trades you shouldn't have taken? Like, just being real, the more you can be honest in that trading notes section, the faster you're going to progress. So do you think if you actually did these steps every day, I mean, and how long do you think this really takes? To go in and put in a few trades, a couple screenshots, and mark some notes. I mean, how long do you think that really takes out of your day? Minutes. Yeah, literally, maybe 10 minutes if you're really being thorough, right? So 3 minutes if you're just shutting down some basics. Do you think like 5 to 10 minutes a day, do you think that could actually have a significant impact on you reaching that 90-day goal? Do you think maybe not taking those few minutes out could have a negative impact on you reaching that 90-day goal? Yeah. So, like, I know it's extra work and nobody likes extra work, okay? But it's all about, if you're trying to be profitable, inspect, even though it came from a crazy lady, she was right. You don't get what you expect unless you inspect it with regularity. And imagine having these notes over years where you can go back and look at different news announcements and different market environments and flat markets and slow markets and whatever. I mean, you could literally put the word hashtag choppy inside the trade, inside the market notes. Hashtag range bound. Hashtag trending. And go back and look at those different days. Sort of like weight loss. You track your carbs, you track your calories, enter your daily, intake on your app to know where you're at, what you're trying to accomplish, and all that, except for this is a lot more fun. Okay, so let's say you went in and filled out a whole bunch of information. Okay, and you had a month like we had here in the past month, knocking out net 3 for 3 every day. Then you can go in and you can actually put in your withdrawals. All right, so it's like, hey, you made $750 that week. Pull out $375, and it'll actually start adding up your withdrawals, and you put them in right here. So let me, you'll see these as blank. So you could get, okay, so I'm supposed to pull out $375, or maybe you only withdrew at the end of the month. Okay? So you go in, okay, I withdrew, $1,500. And it'll actually add up your withdrawals and your total net P&L. All right? And then it'll track your stats. And we're going to do some more addition to this, but it'll actually show you your cumulative percentage, where you're at, your withdrawal balance, all this fun stuff. And it even gives you a nice little chart. And we're going to fix this little drop off where there's no data, but showing you what your cumulative goal is and what your balance is. Okay? But the most important part, beyond all this, because this is just showing P&L and me messing with stuff, the most important part is you taking these notes every day, putting in your stuff, marking yourself and marking the notes, and then submitting that. And you could literally grab the screenshot and you could submit this screenshot even inside your mentor group to help keep each other accountable. Imagine calling out everybody hey, where's your 90-day challenge? Where's your 90-day challenge? Okay? Do y'all think that would be helpful if people were keeping you accountable on posting your 90-day challenge every day? Okay, so y'all do it too. Y'all be hey, where's your 90-day? Y'all post it, set the example, because it gets you. It basically is almost like forcing you to trade journal, which is one thing that so few traders do. But great professionals journal. They log, they learn. Okay, but it gives you a very sophisticated way to do it. And again, total props to Shane. He built this entire thing. And if y'all have any suggestions, he is great about adding in stuff. So just hop on the forum link over here. And it'll also give you a summary. Your gross profit and loss, your winning percentage, how many wins you had, total withdrawals, all that stuff. So again, the spreadsheet is on the Sniper training page. At the very bottom under what's next, step 4. Y'all should definitely check out that bottom section that says what's next. Okay, so again, over here, the Sniper training page, very bottom, literally. What's next? This is step 4. So you want to do steps 1, sign up. Step 2, get in a mentor group, because you have to be in the mentor group for the challenge. Step 3, make sure you understand the 6-3. Step 4, put it into place. Now again, if you missed it, in 90 days, on April 2nd, okay, I'm going to give away an elite lifetime platinum membership, $10,000 membership, including lifetime elite, 8 hours a year with me, one-on-one training on Skype, record it, everything for you, and I'm going to give, and it's all of our past master courses and all the 2020 courses. Okay, so in 90 days on April 2nd. But what you need to do is you need to be posting in your rooms, okay, because I will ask your mentor if you've been posting. And then submit the Excel sheet at the end. Don't be submitting them every day to us. We'll make an announcement about a week before. Okay? So the last week of March or whatever, we'll make an announcement right after the live event to say, hey, submit your 90-day sheets and you'll get entered, and you can choose either an elite lifetime membership or you can choose 2 days, all expenses paid, fly to my ranch, trade with me. I take care of your airfare, your hotel, your food, everything. But you got to be posting in the rooms and in your mentor groups, okay, which means charts and screenshots of your 90-day that day, every day that you trade, okay? Try to post that in there. Now, I'm not going to say you have to post every day to qualify, but use it every day. That's the whole point, okay? But at least be posting, consistently. And you may only trade 1 day or 2 days in a week. I know Shane, sometimes he only gets to trade for 30 minutes. If there's not a trade, there's just no trade. Okay, so just be consistent. Do it as often as you trade. Is that a good way to put it? Okay. If anyone is not in a mentor group, get in a mentor group, okay? And if you're watching this, and let's say it's a month from now and you just signed up, you still can participate also, all right? So, but if you're on a mentor group, click there to apply for mentor groups and send a Skype to Lori, HAL541, and she'll add you to a mentor group. I'm sure she's going to kill me after all the Skypes she's getting today. And then a reminder, we're starting a UK mentor group, or a Euro session mentor group. So if you're interested in that, let her know also. All right, so I'm not saying you got to trade every day. I'm just saying when you do trade, take out a few minutes, fill out the thing, submit your stuff in your mentor group, okay? This is on the training mentor, this is on the sniper page. This is the page you live on. I'll show you what you're used to seeing this, okay? This is all the way at the bottom. All right, now the last thing I need to go over with you, I think I've covered pretty much everything that is really important. You can play with it and learn a lot more. Is, let's say you're doing micros, okay? A few of you doing micros out there? All right, so let's say you start off with, you know, $400, okay? And let's say you're trading, you know, the tick value is, we can go over here, we can scroll up, like 50 cents a contract, okay? And maybe you're trading 2 contracts or 3 contracts or 4 contracts. You can put that in there, okay? Maybe you're starting with $2,000. That's fine. So then you go in and then you'll put in MNQ. And I could take this and then I could drag it down. And then let's just say, you know, I made 10, made 10, made 10, lost 20, made 10, made 10. Okay? And if you want to up the percentage, like that you're trying to make that day, or lower it, again, you can always change your percentage goal. So you could lower it down or raise it up or whatever to make it match more your account size. The reality is, I mean, it's cool when this thing says goal hit, but you want to be 3 net profitable trades a day, right? So, and if you get different fills, you just add the 2 different fill prices together and you get your average. All right, so does that make sense? So you understand how to do it with micros? You understand you can do it with Nadex the exact same way, like choose like $1 a tick, like if you're doing spreads, you know, or touch brackets or something like that. You just change the market you're choosing. And then again, you know, what was the setup? And then your screenshot, and then, you know, submit one to your mentor group if you have a question on it. You should always have a question when you have a loss, okay? And even when you have a great day, say, hey, I believe all 3 of these were good trades. Am I right? And I mean, it could be as simple as, yes, good job. Or, no, you missed something. Really simple. And then catalog you. Catalog your emotions, your psychology, what's been going on. Did you follow your rules? Did you trade a trade well? Did you take stupid trades? Did you look out for objections? What mistakes did you make today? Or what things did you do right that you want to repeat? And that's actually, if you look over at our forum, a lot of people probably have no idea about this, but it has this whole thing called S12. Sanity, being psychology being the first one, then steward, being good with your money management, choosing what schedule you're going to trade, what markets you're going to trade, making sure you have the tools in place to trade them, then knowing what actual indicators you're going to use, and then, you know, your style, your strategy, system, which is, you know, like sniper, you know, submitting trades, and then survey is the last step. So S12, survey. So, and that is one of the biggest pinnacles of a professional trader, is they will take the time to do it. So on this one, the loss was on, yeah, the 4th. Yeah, I got to change these over, technically. I'm messing all the stats up. There you go. That's a much better win percentage. Exactly, Josh. Yeah, that's the whole 3-6 strategy. Is you trade till you're up net 3 or down net 6. Yes, and there's, by the way, there's 2 videos. There's my video and there's Shane's video. And Shane's might even be a little bit better. Mine is more about, hey, not only how to do it, but why it's really important to do it. And Shane's is really focused on doing it. And it's right above the spreadsheet. So if you just go to step 5, there's a video there already. And he walks through it step by step, even better than I do. I mean, he invented the thing. Okay. God, some of you just got to be like picky. Okay, let's say we lost here. We won here. Are you happy now? Yeah, see? The other one went for a trade, lost. Had to go and trade 2 more trades. I will post a recording of the presentation. I'll put it under webinars. I'll put it under section 8. And the main place you should look for it is I'll put it down at the bottom of what's next. I'll put it with Shane's webinar. Okay? Because Shane has his own video that he made on this that you should definitely spend time watching. So yeah, net 3, if you're down 2, you keep trading until you're up net 3. That's the whole premise of the 3-6 strategy. But if you're down net 6, you have to stop. And then Shane has a whole new sheet coming out as well. And we'll show that off to you in a coming week. Okay? 3-6. Yes, you should know the 3-6 principle. It is one of the foundational principles of how we teach you to be profitable at Apex. That is step 3 of what's next. So if you have signed up, you have done step 1. All right, I'm going to go over this again because y'all seem to not be knowing where this is. Does everybody know how to get to the boot camp page? Just making sure. Okay. Go to the bottom of the page. Okay? What's next? Okay? Step 1, sign up and pay. Because once you pay, mentor groups open up to you. So step 2, watch the video for mentor groups and fill out the form. Watch the video before you fill out the form. Step 3, the 6-3 process. One of the most important concepts. It is massively important if you actually want to be part of the 10%. So watch that video, check out the calculator, or rewatch this video because I covered it. Step 4, Shane's video is right there, and there's the download for the file. See this little magical hidden section called What's Next. If you're new to trading, we even have trainings on micros and futures, all sorts of stuff. But yeah, y'all should all know about the What's Next section. All right. So, who's up for actually doing this? To win $10,000 value, elite platinum membership. To help them improve in their trading. Or to have the option to fly out here for 2 days and me work with you one-on-one for 2 days, me and you trading. Sweet. Awesome. Because I'm trying to encourage y'all to do this because I know it will make you a better trader. That's why I'm giving it away. I don't get anything out of giving this away. Like, there's no extra sell, right? It's like, I want you to be successful. So I'm like, what can I do? I was talking to John. I'm like, what can we do to motivate them to do this. So I'm hoping that will help push some of you over the edge to take the extra effort. Yeah, and even if you don't win, you're going to learn a ton. Yeah, this literally isn't costing you anything but a few minutes of your time each day. It's costing me 2 full days of my time. And money for an airplane, and money for a hotel, and money, for food. So this is costing me. It's not costing y'all anything. So I'm literally trying to do everything I can to help you be successful. So please do this. Please plug in. Please be engaged. I want you to be successful. Awesome. Well, that is the road to the 90%, okay? The 90-day challenge. Everybody up for it? Yes, gonna do it. Awesome, sweet. Awesome. And this will be, how encouraging is it gonna be to see multiple people posting how they're doing? Good, bad, improving, everything. Like, it's gonna make those mentor groups a lot more valuable, right? So like everybody is going to benefit. Awesome. Well, that's all I have for you tonight. I just want to remind you to register for the webinar for next week. It's under webinars. And I want to remind you that we have probably at this point less than 18 spots available for the Apex Live event. So if you haven't booked it, then you need to go to apexinvesting.net, log in, and click on the big button, the big yellow button on the homepage, and register before it gets full. Because literally when it's full, there's 4 walls. There's so many hotel rooms in the hotel. When it's full, it is literally full. So if you want to do it, which I highly suggest it, that's going to be 3 full days with me and Lori, like, working with y'all. And then, by the way, book your hotel room immediately. It doesn't cost you anything to book your hotel room. They just take your card on file. You don't pay till you're there, okay? So make sure you book it, because we've already filled up the first block. So now we're on the second block, all right? And I don't know if there's even going to be a third block. They're going to try to see if they can get us any more rooms tomorrow. So you definitely want to book your room right away. Awesome. Well, I cannot wait to see y'all in the room tomorrow. And I cannot wait to see a bunch of you live in a couple months. And I cannot wait to see the payoff this has had for you in 3 months when we announce the winner. Awesome. We all have a fantastic evening, and I will see y'all tomorrow. Glad y'all enjoyed it. Thank you very much.